Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast. Got my man Tech in the building, got Talia over here, and we got It's Mikey.
What's up?
What's going on?
Pleasure to be here.
Look, I don't know that much about you, so Talia's going to take over.
I'm going to take over.
Go for it.
It's probably
So
not the way to lead
Mikey
into the
is,
podcast.
It's the first time I'm doing Tech's intro. So
Let's
we
go.
got Mikey in the house today,
What's
guys.
That's what I look like?
Yeah, you just look a bit more like a tool, but like
Sure, why not? What kind of tool?
jackhammer.
Because you look like a hoe.
Sneak this is
I'll
already
take it.
starting.
I'll take it. It's fair. It's fair.
It's all good. It's all love.
Not that it's true, but like it's fair. It's fair. But yeah, we got Mikey out here. Mikey is a independent, young, striving artist. He produces, right?
Yes, sir.
He produces, mixes. He's been working out his parents' basement, like we all start up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He has a cute little studio. I've been there. We've worked on something before, and you know, with COVID and stuff, you kind of went off the radar a little bit. But now you're back, and you wanted to come on, so. Thank you for coming and let us know what you've been up to these last 2 years.
Bless. Well, thank you for having me. Yeah, like you said, I've been off the grid for a few years now. About coming up on 2 years. COVID was a big reason for it. We could dive into it a bit later, but really, I'm happy you guys have me on here because it, you know, going underground for 2 years and then kind of just appearing out of nowhere. This good platform give me a chance to like talk about where I've been, what I've been up to, where my head's at, my plans and stuff. So. Yeah, so we could back up a bit before COVID. So I was releasing music pretty consistently. I was really getting my artist grind on, finding my image, my sound, my niche, and all that. And then COVID kind of hit. And in my situation, it kind of really affected me mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had their own experience with it. But like you said, I still live with my parents. I'm 23, so I'm very much my own adult. I'm independent. I'm my own person. But at the end of the day, right, I'm saving expenses. It's super convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Sidetrack, if you guys could stay home and don't have to move out, do it.
Yeah,
Super
do
convenient.
it. I just got back with my mama because of that. You know what I'm saying?
You save so much money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it comes with, even though I'm my own person, my own adult, right, at the end of the day, it's my parents' house. So
You got to
their
respect the
their
house rules, bro.
Exactly.
Facts.
I can't invite 100 people, be like, yo, party like it's your place. Hell no, right?
Yeah.
So when it came to COVID, it was kind of a sticky situation because I'm pretty healthy. So if I were to catch COVID, I'm not too worried. It would
But
go
the
off as a bad
parents-
cold. But my mom, we don't have to get too into it, but my mom, it's kind of a health risk with her. If she were to catch COVID, it could be very detrimental.
Okay.
And so since the beginning to this very day, it's very sanitize this, mask that, like super, super careful. And so I could count on my hands the amount of times I've actually left my house and got to live my life.
Wow.
And so being stuck in your basement, right, between four walls for 2 years, you get in your thoughts.
Sort of like prison, if you think about
Exactly.
it. Right?
And I'm very much the free spirit. Like I'm a bird. I go out there. I love living life, going on adventures and stuff. So when you put a bird in a cage for 2 years, like it was just a downward spiral, right? I started to lose myself. And
A lot of people did, bro. There was a lot of mental health crises going on because of this shit, bro. It's a fact.
Yeah. In your case, was it like drinking too much or like what was it? I'm pretty sure you just got lost along the way because you had nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Right?
I kind of got lost in the way. At first, I was like, yo, like when the first lockdown hit, everyone was like, ooh, perfect. We get to stay home, lock in. I was like, yo, I'm in the studio 24/7, right? I'm off work. I was off work, getting the serb and stuff. So I was like, yo, I get to work on music every day. And I kind of was doing that. And I was stacking up the vault and it was going good. But then 4 months turns into a year, turns into 2 years. And I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not socializing. I'm not interacting. Like, I kind of got in my head and just started reaching the lowest of lows, right? I gained weight, wasn't thinking right, wasn't bad habits, bad sleep schedule, bad diet. And it all factors in. It adds up. And so when I make music, it's very much myself. I put myself out there. And when you kind of lose yourself, you don't know how to write anymore, what to sing, what to rap. And so I kind of just lost that side of me, and I'm very grateful for the people who checked up on me, my friends, my family, and like kept my head in there. But at the same time, I had to find it within myself to pull myself out of that hole, right? Because you could help someone so much, but you can't change them if they're not willing to change.
Yeah.
I can't exactly remember when it happened or how it happened, but I just decided, I think I woke up fed up one day. You know what? I was sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. And I said, fuck it. Let me get my shit together. And it wasn't easy, but every day you work at it. And as much as the whole situation kind of sucked, when I look at it now, I'm a completely different person. And it was really like a humbling experience.
Yeah.
And it changed me a lot. Like, I got to go out not too long ago and stuff, and my friends are looking at me like, they don't recognize me. They're like, you're a completely different person. I feel like I grew up so much and like just changed more as a person. And as bad as it was, I feel like it's all good in the end now. That's how I see it. Everything happens for a reason.
Well, you know what? Stoney said it best before. When you get pressured down so hard, you turn into a diamond. You turn into a diamond.
You gotta go through the fire, you know?
Exactly.
That's it, man.
Exactly.
Got to get through those hard times, and you come out stronger, better, wiser. So really happy to have you on. Really glad you get to express yourself and explain the situation. Let's try and dive a bit more into a happier.
Yeah, sorry we started off
mood.
so grim. Like,
It's okay. It's okay.
Cue the sad music.
Yeah.
You know. But what have you been working on, and when are you gonna start releasing again? What have you released? Where are you at right now?
All right, perfect. So right before COVID hit and I went on that downhill, I actually managed to record a whole EP and get that done, go for 2 photo shoots, get visuals, shoot videos. So I had everything saved up like for my rollout to kind of start, and then everything was put on pause, and now I'm back to the point where I'm getting that music and those visuals ready for rollout again. But also I can't wait to get it out, because the next music that's coming is just completely next level. This new person I am now is going to create this new artist. And I feel like I'm going to be so much more consistent. So I've been strategizing so much for this year. I kind of did it before where I wouldn't just record a song, release it. Hey, everybody go check out my music. I'm very much a list person, strategize. Like, I like to think 2 months in ahead. So get the visuals done, get the promo, get the song, and then release it 2 songs a week, a song a week. And then visuals here, visuals there, and then interviews, podcasts, this, that. You just always want to be, you want your face to be everywhere, right?
Exactly.
You always need consistency, content, visuals, and stuff. So this is a perfect chance for me to express myself, talk. And then March is when the rollout starts. I already got a song video ready called Strangers, so get ready for that.
Plug
it. Strangers, get ready for that. First song drop in March. And once that hits, the rollout starting. I got music videos. The EP, there's always the debate, do you drop projects, singles? Everybody, like, if you're smart, you drop the singles. As much as I love working on projects are fun. It's a true test for an artist. You get to create a whole concept, but when you're growing, when you're trying to break, you drop a 12-song project, someone's listening to 1 track, and that's it.
That's
like,
facts.
you
It's a
waste
waste of
11
content,
tracks.
100%.
Yeah, because people have short
Facts.
attention spans, man.
Facts.
Like, they're not gonna go through the whole album.
Well, not only that, but like if the demand's not there, you know what I mean? It's
That's
like,
true.
You got 50 fans.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
they're not here for the whole track. You want to build that fan base. You want people who are diehard loyal fans, and then they'll listen to your project. So go.
But I think like even that, a lot of people misconstrue what an actual project is. You know, like a cohesive project that goes together from beginning to end. A lot of people just put fucking songs on a tape. You know.
yeah,
what I mean?
that almost doesn't exist anymore. Like at this point.
Yeah,
No,
like,
exactly.
a whole like album or an EP that correlates with song after song. You know, and the sound sounds the same. It's very rare unless it's like Hollywood guys and guys that are really out there making big moves and stuff. They're the ones that usually do it. I find like the lower end, like not lower end, but the underground artists and stuff. It's literally, okay, I did a song, then I did another song, and I did another song, and it's a project.
Exactly.
Sometimes there is no backstory to the project. No correlation. Not saying that everybody does that, but I'd say like a good 80% do that lately.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, because now the market's become so much. It's all about, can you get that hit single? And they'll labels push the hit single. They try to get the hit single, right? So everybody, now you get 3 hits, put it together with 7 other songs in a project. You already have all the streams you need from the singles. Boom, there's your project. But everybody forgets about the concept and the beauty of music, right? When you
The
create a
artistry, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
facts.
The artistry.
we could create a whole project, has a theme, not only the music, the visuals, the whole, it's a whole month thing, 2-month thing. You push a whole project and it has a whole theme to it, and it's a movement, right? And a lot of people are forgetting about that.
Yeah.
So
you get lost in the process of
exactly.
A lot of people are just trying to get stuff out there, but like it feels more saturated and not as as good and heartwarming. Look, not rappers there, obviously,
like you said,
but
they're trying to get stuff out there,
yeah.
and it's really like a money grab. You know what I mean? It's
for sure.
yeah.
what's the whole why are you doing music? I want to become a millionaire. So when you hear
Okay.
that, you're like,
Yeah,
you're in the wrong business.
You're not
like,
doing it
you're
for
not
the
doing
right
it for the
reasons.
passion, you know. So
It has to be a passion. If it's
Yeah.
not a passion, you ain't got fashion. Okay.
Nah, it's not sustainable at that
No,
point.
it's not.
yeah. How do you describe yourself as an artist? Like what type of music do you put out?
Okay. So when I first started, I kind of had this like sad boy vibe image, and it was kind of really my niche back then, and I still have that. Like for me, music was always writing down my problems, my struggles, and for the happier songs, like the joyful stuff I'm going through, it's really just putting myself on paper, and it's how I cope with things and stuff like that. And so I took a lot of inspiration from people like XXX, Russ, fuck with Russ, Jack Harlow's a big one, people like that. And so for me, it's just real music at the end of the day. I love lyrics, but I love incorporating that with melodies and the bounces and the vibes that we have today, because you bring all the good stuff from old lyricists to the good melodies of new day, and I try to bring that together and make something vibey, but something that has a meaning at the end of the day, right? Not just a bump, but also makes you think, makes you feel things. So I feel like that's what my music is. I love like sampled beats, a little vocal in the background, something that gives me a lot of room to just speak my truth. And I feel like that's my lane, that's my niche, and I could kill that any day. But I also like to expand and dabble into different things. I love the summer vibes. I love R&B. I've been working on my vocals a lot, more on the singing vibes and stuff. So I'm very much, I know what I'm good at, but I also want to experiment and taste a bunch of things. So my sound is very much that now, but next year it could be something else. And I just want to grow every day. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to see what kind of artist I could be.
You're still a young guy, so you have that ability to accept all forms of music and sounds that are coming in. Usually when you get a little older, you know, it's like, oh, I like, this is what I like, and you're not going to change my mind. So it's good that you're young and you're susceptible to all these other types of sounds and moods and vibes. It's really dope.
He's very diverse.
And I had to say that you mentioned Jack Harlow. You sort of look like Jack Harlow's little brother.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but he's funny story about Jack is I've always talked about Jack very highly. One thing I've always had an ear for finding like I love messing with underground artists more than listening to mainstream artists. I feel like they just got that hunger, that drive, and they drop good music that gets overlooked. Yeah. But I found Jack back in his old days. I don't know if you guys know his older projects like Gazebo and 18. Those were his first projects. And that's when I found him. And I'd always tell my friends, this guy's different. This guy's going to blow. This guy's going to blow. And when he blew up, it made me the happiest person ever. It's not even my life. It's not my career. But just to see, I knew he had that X factor, right? And then sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, why do I have that ear? Why am I able to see that? It's because I see it in myself. And I know that one day, like, he's basically, he just, watching his story gave me everything I needed to know on my journey to become successful. I've seen him when he had 50 fans to now being one of the top selling artists. So I have the stepping stones to do it.
It's cool. You caught the vibe too. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, it kind of tells you like to keep going, to keep pushing. Because it's like if you could see someone that started from the bottom making it to the top, it's just like a breath of fresh air. It's like you're not doing it for nothing. That could be you next. Like it's just about time, perspective, and like pushing through it and keep working hard and going at it. And a lot of people I find like become very lazy and they like give up on themselves when they don't see results right away. But it's super important to just like keep going, because like you just said, you knew him when he had like 50 followers, and now look at the guy, you know.
It's huge.
We're out here calling you his little brother, like, you know, like no one would have knew who the fuck he was, like, what, a few years back, and he just blew up. So keep going, man. That's my gem for today.
True. And the fact that it's like you caught it, you know, your ear caught it. It says something that you have a taste for music.
Yeah.
You catch the sounds and you know what's a hit and what's not a hit. You know what I mean? So the fact that you heard this guy way before when he had 50 followers on SoundCloud or wherever the hell you found him on, it's like you heard it and you're like, this guy's gonna blow up one day, and he actually did. Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
It's inspiring, man. Yeah. And I've always been the type to dream big, right? A lot of people look at you like you're crazy when you tell them, yo, I want to be a #1 Billboard top selling artist, right? People look at you like, really? And everybody asks, what if you don't make it? What if this? What's your backup plan, right? But no one ever asks the other question, what if I do make it, right? What if you think of the best possible outcome for you? And when you start thinking like that, you start to realize no matter how crazy it might seem or how hard it might be, it's totally doable. If you put in the work, you make the sacrifices.
But you also have to have that unwavering belief in yourself too, because I think like you brought up a good point about the backup plan, because I think a lot of people focus too much on the backup plan, and it's like, bro, if you're putting all your energy into what happens if I don't make it, then like how can you really expect to actually push through on the other side? You know what I mean? It's like if you look at I just watched the Kanye documentary. I don't know if you guys saw it. Watch it. Fucking for real. But like just his belief in himself from because it's documenting before he blew up. So he's in New York City, he having just moved from Chicago to New York, shopping for a record deal. He wanted to get on Rockefeller, he wanted to get on Rawkus. Nobody's interested in signing Kanye as an artist. They just want him for his beats at this point, right? Yeah. And his unwavering belief in himself, even from back then, just knowing that like, yo, bro, this album that I'm about to make is going to change the game. The record labels are fronting on him now. We don't really see it. You know, he brought All Falls Down to the record label. They passed on it. They passed on that fucking song, right? Because a producer rapper at that point in the game was not gonna, it just wasn't gonna sell records. Bro, his unwavering belief in himself and just knowing that, yo, he had something that was gonna change the landscape of music. I mean, bro, it's the most like, you gotta watch that documentary. That shit is so inspirational. But back to my original point, it's like, would he have become who he is without that unwavering belief? You know what I mean? If he would have just been like, well, I guess nobody wants to sign me as a rapper, we wouldn't have Kanye right now.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's true. I feel like even also like as an independent artist myself, like when I like start hyping myself up because I get into like these ruts where I'm like, oh, nothing's happening, sure. Like for this music shit, and then I start hyping myself up again, like, nah, I'm the shit, man. Like, have you heard the stuff I've been making? Like, things start naturally happening for me, like, because I'm like manifesting it for myself. So I don't know if that's like the same for you, but like, let's say like I just recorded a song and I'm like, yo, this is the shit. I need a video for it. Then someone like a videographer is gonna message me like, yo, you want to work on something? Like, it just starts happening slowly, and the pieces come together. So I'm just asking if that's ever happened for you. Like,
yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah. And to what both you guys were saying, everybody talks about the backup plan and all that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. But I mean, you got to be your #1 fan at the end of the day, because no one's going to do it for you, right? You got to love yourself first. And you really got to believe that you could be that 1 in a million. And people could look at you sideways and all that. But if you're humble about it and you know you can do it, fuck anybody else's opinion, right? Yeah. The only one that matters is the one you have for yourself. And like you said, you manifested. It's that energy. You got that energy. You naturally start attracting people towards you, and good things start happening one after the other. Yep.
No, it's a fact. You literally create your own reality. And that's what, like, honestly, I'm 33, and like I'm only really starting to come into that realization now, where it's like you literally have you have the power to, not even just on the music side, but just on an everyday, like if you wake up in the morning, I'm depressed, I don't feel good today, I'm down in the dumps, guess what? Your whole day is gonna fucking suck, bro. Like you just gotta get up and say, fuck it, dust yourself off. I got 2 guns and 3 knives. We're going outside and getting shit done. Like fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to do. Like it translates into the music too. Like if you're just sitting there like, oh well, fuck, I don't think nothing's gonna happen with this project. It's not. Nothing's gonna happen with the project, bro. You gotta will that shit into existence sometimes.
You gotta manifest it. You gotta put in the hard work. If you're just gonna sit at home and expect things to magically fall into place, definitely not gonna happen. Nowhere.
And you know what? People recognize the hard work. You think they don't, because people don't like to give you that like or give you that comment or share your post, but they see it and they recognize that hard work. So like I've seen so many people that I have on the gram where they don't like any of my stuff, they don't share any of my stuff, they don't comment on my stuff, and whenever they see me, they're like, yo, you've been going hard at it, you've been working. Like they see it, they just don't want to say it, which you guys should, because it helps us out. You're welcome. But like they do recognize it. So even just getting the recognition, manifesting it, things happen. Like it is what it is, man. Like don't give up, go ye, because it's all about how Kanye had his like humble beginning, right? So it's like going back to that, but yeah, I'm rumbling. So.
I think it's inevitable, honestly.
Yeah.
The way I've always seen it from a young age is if you're good at something and you do it every day, you put your work, your time, your effort into it every day, you have a love for it, there's no way you can't be successful some way, right? That's the way I see it.
It's true, though. It's absolutely true.
You said you have you like to strategize your releases and all your projects and everything. You said you have the rollout happening in March, right?
Yeah.
Is there a team behind this? Is it just you, or is it?
You're looking at it, bro.
So yeah,
it's a one-man
Mikey,
army.
the whole team, the whole brand, it's me from the jump. I built a studio in my basement. Talia's been there. Shout out to my dad. Without him, he helped me build that. He's my number one fan. Love him. Best guy. Same with my mom. But yeah, since the jump, I remember back then I bought my first USB microphone. Got a clothes hanger. My mom's stocking made a pop filter. You know that shit.
Easy,
You ever do that?
every single
Stack
person.
it on books, record. I taught myself from the beginning how to mix and master, recording. I went to school for graphic design and marketing as well.
Nice.
So I learned that whole other side, right? I used it at first. That was my backup plan, but it was a smart backup plan for me because I knew I'd be in this position today where I'm this age and I need money, I need funding, right? And people have their retail jobs, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
They sell clothes or they're at the bar or whatever, and then they come home, they work on their dream. I get to make a full-time salary as a graphic designer, work from home, and when I'm done, I get to work on music. So way more convenient. I learn the other side of the industry that I need. So I know how to market myself, how to brand myself, how to make my press kit, stuff like that. There's there's a whole different side to music that a lot of people don't get to see. And I learned it all on my own. So I get to do that as well as be an artist, work on the music. I have the money, to fund myself, to reinvest in myself. And so yeah, the whole team's right here. I'm my own photographer. I bought tripod. I invested in one of these iPhone 13 camera on this thing. Insane. The 13 Pro. I was looking to buy a camera, but I bought the phone. So, because like everything a phone does, plus you get this top quality camera. I've seen music videos being shot on that. Lil Yachty had a music video done on that from Lyrical Lemonade on an iPhone 13 Pro. Thing looks top level industry standard. So I have a tripod. I'm my own photographer, my own videographer. I direct my videos. I make my music, everything. Yeah.
Max.
Exactly.
Max. Watch out.
But it's not like the way I'm describing it, it's not very much like, oh, I'm by myself, fuck everybody else. Like, obviously, I love it
It's
do it.
just what the situation is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love the do-it-yourself grind, for sure. But obviously, there is that day where I want to build a team, get like-minded individuals, because I can't do everything all the time.
No, it's essential. It's essential
for
at
sure.
some point, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's fun learning it and knowing it, because now, let's say I do get an engineer or I do get a producer. I know, hey, can you do this with my vocals? Or we could talk the same language. I know what I want. I get to create my own sound in the process as well, right? And I get to learn the ins and outs of all the parts of the industry. And it's a lot of information, a lot of growing, but I find it's key. It's really good to know.
It's good experience too, you know. It's good to have.
Definitely.
Put that on your CV and get tired.
When was the first release, and what was the response from the public, the people, when they heard it?
Yeah, so that's a good story. So when I first released my music, I didn't really tell anybody about it. Like, no one knew I was doing it when I first started. I was about 17. No one really knew like, who's this Mikey kid making music. Like, everybody knew me as the person I was, but not the artist I wanted to be. And so when I first started, I didn't know everything, right? I was mixing my own stuff and all that, but I was so hyped to make my own project. So I got down to it. I made, I think it was 12 tracks from beginning to end. I did it all. And I released my first album just like that. I made a video. I was like, hey guys, my album's out. Go check it out. And honestly, I was overwhelmed with the positivity from everybody. So many people reached out. So many people helped promote it, push it, share it. And it was my first thing. So I was like, look, it's free. I'm putting it on YouTube for everybody. This is before streaming platforms. And whoever wants to just show love, you know, because this is going to be a journey, I'll sell it to you for $10, right? You just...
Donation.
Exactly. And so many people hit me up like, yo, I want to give you $10 just for this and that and that. And it's crazy to see how many people actually show love and respect what you're doing, and that positivity just drives you. And
for sure.
And obviously the views weren't crazy, nothing like that. It was my first ever project, but I knew that I could do something great with that. And so I just fed off that energy.
Sick. As far as the name, it's Mikey. Why it's Mikey?
So my full name is Michael, but
It's Mikey.
it's
Mikey. Mikey.
I just want it to be me, right?
Because I remember this commercial.
Yeah.
With that kid sitting at the fucking kitchen table. It's Mikey. He likes it. You remember that one? So that's every time I hear it's Mikey, I think of that kid.
Yeah. No.
Ketchup. It was a
has
ketchup
nothing to
commercial.
do with that. Nothing to
Ketchup
do
in
with
the fries.
that. For me, it was just like I said before. My music was always just very much me and embodies me and what I've been through and what I go through. And so
It's Mikey.
I spent a lot of time like I want to find a cool artist name, this and that. But I didn't really want to just make up a whole facade or a gimmick. I was like, if I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be me, right? And my name's Michael, but my nickname's Mikey. So it stood out, Mikey, just like that. Mikey, plain and simple. And obviously everybody does this when they're an artist. They look at who has the same name as me, blah, 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 this and that and that. And I kind of took it as a challenge. There's a bunch of people on Spotify, you go see Mikey, right?
For sure.
Like that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be the first Mikey that does this, that does that, that does that. I want the name Mikey. When you search Mikey, when you hear Mikey, me. It's me you think of first, right? How many people are named Russ in the world? But when you say Russ, everybody knows who Russ is.
Sure.
So I want to be Mikey. I want to be that Mikey. And so it's kind of like a challenge I put on myself that I want this name, this brand, this whole thing to just be huge.
I don't think I know any other Mikeys except Mike Posner. And this guy hasn't released a song since Pill and Ibiza, right?
Yeah, man's been weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen
So you're on the right track. You could own that name very soon, bro. You
Exactly.
just got to put something out there that people totally fuck with, and you're going to dominate.
Yep. It's very easy to remember, recognizable, and it's me at the end of the day.
Being
up there.
truthful. That's it.
It's right up there. What kind of like, I'm going to go dive back into the music a bit more. What kind, are you like, I know you're diverse and stuff. What should we be expecting? Like, I know you were saying you do like that, you were working on your singing and all that, but is like, what your next drops coming out? Is it like R&B?
Yeah, whatever
trap,
titles, whatever
rap?
the song's called and
All
everything.
right, bless. So, like I said, that I had that EP ready to go and stuff. So now I'm just touching it up, finalizing it. And the reason I wanted to drop that EP is it was kind of me dabbling and tasting a bunch of different sounds while staying true to me. And so that EP, I'm going to drop all 5 songs as singles because it's just a smarter thing to do. But I feel like each single is a different version of me. So the first one, Strangers, is me just a full acoustic of me singing with another girl.
Okay.
So it's just singing the whole time, right? I've been rapping my whole career, and now 2 years later, I'm gonna come, boom, drop a song where it's me just singing, right? I want to shock everybody, like, whoa, who this guy could sing, you know? Like, I want to hit them with something unexpected.
Sick.
Then I got another song. It's bringing back the old school hip hop, me just straight rapping on the verses, melodies on the hook. I got another. That song's gonna be called "Miss Me." Got another song about last night. Now this one I feel is a gem for me. When I made this song, everybody I show it to, I kind of showed you a sneak peek on your live. That was a little clip I played it from.
Okay, yeah.
I see, like you said, it's about that belief. I see big things with this one. Like when you make that song and you're like, this one's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
So I want to be so good with this one. I want to get the perfect visuals. I want the rollout to be on point, right? I got standards and I want to meet them. So this song about last night, when it comes out, get ready for it. This one's gonna be huge, I feel. And that one's more of has like that R&B melodic rap, very in now, but it has my twist to it.
Okay.
And I feel like that one's gonna do big things for me.
Nice. So you got the same. You're writing the popular formula right now, but you're giving it your own twist.
Exactly.
Which I'm very curious to see what that twist is gonna be. So I'm looking forward to the project. And we definitely because we're gonna have a release. We're gonna have like a party very soon. Now that all the restrictions are being lifted.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to you about that
a
before
party?
we leave.
Thank God.
And we gotta have Mikey there. We gotta have Mikey
100% I'm there.
Definitely. Yeah.
With some fire music.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's go.
You let me know when.
Let's go.
I'm super excited. You said party. Now I feel like a little kid. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, had to what's it called? We had to wait. It was gonna be something smaller, but now that there's no more vax passport,
I have a venue.
there we go.
I have
See,
a venue.
Perfect.
excellent. It's
Perfect.
gonna be perfect. So you have the drops and everything. Now that you're gonna be able to move around, you can basically move around Canada and do stuff. Is there anything like out of the city that you want to do, like go to Toronto or?
So about that, for me personally, like I'm a very social guy.
Mhm.
I've through the years met a lot of people, been able to make a lot of friends. I feel like I have that energy that I could vibe with a lot of different groups of people, and I met a lot of people. But there's always been that something in me, that voice in my head that says I don't belong here, and I want to try moving or try making moves out of the city somewhere else. Obviously, LA is a big one, but there's places like Atlanta, Florida, Toronto,
Florida's
Miami is
popping
right now.
Yeah.
And I really just want to share that. I want to try that experience. You know, I'm young. I want to go there for a few months, see what I could do, see if I can make noise, see if I can meet people, network, make those connections, and just try and live that life, you know, manifest it really.
Besides the parents here, do you have any other commitments that you would say, I got this here back home that I can't leave?
No, exactly.
See, perfect. Take the opportunity and do it now before you end up 33, 34 over here, and you're like, oh, dude, we didn't really do much, you know?
Nah, you guys are still young. You guys are 30s. You guys are babies. Trust. You guys got your whole life ahead.
I'm
of you.
saying,
But
take
you guys,
babies
you
with babies.
got the commitments.
Trust me, it's a young man's game. Like Tech always says, it's a young man's game, and take advantage of it as much as you can. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially that we're in the era of like social media, and we have all these platforms and resources. It's much easier for us to try and get out there than it was for them back in their day.
Oh, for sure.
We have
Yeah, no,
MySpace.
that too, yeah.
It's true though. It is true
You have
though.
one of these, you could do anything.
Like, bro, like before we even started the interview, we were talking about airdrop.
Yeah.
Like we learned airdrop 6 months ago.
Yeah,
8
Talia
months ago.
showed me
Talia
stuff.
showed us. Like, I didn't know this shit.
Did I actually show you that?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
because we didn't know how to use it. So, you know what I mean? It just goes to show you how technology doesn't favor the older people as much as it does you guys.
Oh, that's true.
Because you grew up with it. You
We
were
grew up
raised by
into it.
Yeah.
We grew up into
Exactly.
it, like being developed and being put out there. Like I remember I used to have like one of those CD players. That's the first thing.
Walkman?
A Walkman,
That was
yeah.
the shit.
I had a pink one though. I think it was like a special edition one. But then I got a phone, I got an iPhone, then I got an iPad, then I got a MacBook, and then I grew up learning these things as they're coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's the same for Mikey, you know, like, but for you guys, you're like, what the fuck is this thing?
I had the Razor, bro. You remember the Razor phone?
I had
That
one.
shit
It
was
was
fire.
Motorola, right?
That
I
shit
had
was
the
fire.
gray Motorola flip.
That shit was fire, bro.
Went crazy.
Ringtones and shit.
Yeah,
Yo, the ringtone game, bro. You guys know about the ringtone game, bro. Ringtones were fire.
Us, I remember when we were going to school and we had computer class, it was those big ass fucking Logitech computers. And I don't know what computer class looks for you guys.
Nah,
like,
you was in the Park X school, bro. It was like-
Yeah.
big ass Logitech computers, and the screen was like this big, dude.
Yeah, it was
big.
a box. It was a fridge.
Yeah, now I'm pretty sure you guys all got laptops in
Yeah,
school
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Tablets, this,
Tablets,
that.
yeah.
It's crazy. Because technology, it just grows so fast, right? It's so exponential. It's not like this. It like,
Dial-up internet.
yeah.
They have like technology already created now that they can't even put out just yet because we're not ready for it.
It's crazy.
So it's like it's on a back hole, like
You know something we don't?
yeah, yeah. My parents, they would go to like these conventions in Vegas, and like this is like back in 2010, and they were showing things from 2010 that they just dropped this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same thing now, where they
For
have
sure.
things for like 10 years advanced.
yeah.
It's just we're not ready for it as a society. They can't just drop it.
They have that shit in China. You go, they got robots, and you put on a suit and you can control the arms and everything. They got a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
Arms where you could feel things.
You got
that aren't
those
even there.
androids that can talk to you, have a full
Yeah, yeah.
conversation.
They got labs that leak out fucking diseases on purpose to destroy the
You got
economy.
that too.
You see Elon Musk's brain chip that he's working on?
Oh,
Yeah,
that shit's
fuck
nuts.
all
That
that.
shit's fucking crazy.
That shit's
No, that's
nuts.
fucking awesome, I
Yeah.
think.
It
I
killed
ain't putting no
15,
chip in my brain.
killed
crazy.
15 out of 23 monkeys that they
Oh, yeah, I
they
didn't read
tested.
that.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking.
I mean, that's part of the testing.
you want to make an omelet, you got to break a couple fucking eggs. You know? That's kind of how that works.
Wise words from Tech.
Kind of how that works, you know?
Facts.
Oh my
Big
god.
Facts.
It's true. And I mean, think about it though, but he's talking about being able to do crazy shit like cure fucking degenerative diseases.
Yeah.
People who like for quadriplegics, they could put the chip in your brain and like rewire it so that they can get used to their legs again and shit. Like, yo, that's some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Until like
revolutionary.
the chip like fucks with your brain and you are no longer a person. and
Fuck it. That's
they're mind
we're
controlling
headed that way
That's
anyways.
too many movies.
We're headed that way anyways,
Yeah,
bro.
at that point, there's not gonna be a reason for Mikey anymore. They're gonna have AIs fucking making music, dropping
Yeah, it's
EPs
true.
and
Now
shit.
you got to think. Now you got the brain chip. You just say, "Hey, play Mikey," and it's gonna play in your head.
Yeah, that too.
That's
See, there's so
wild.
many benefits. to this. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. We had like a late start today. You know what I mean? We talked about a lot of great stuff. I can't wait till your project comes out and people
For
get to
sure.
hear it. I want to hear it as well. I'm gonna, as soon as we leave from here today, I'm gonna brush up on It's Mikey. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to do it leading up to
good.
this interview because I had a lot of shit on my plate. But
Build up the suspense.
yeah, building up the suspense. You
sir.
really hyped it up right now. You know what I mean?
Good, good.
So you got to pick up this gem right here.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
He rehearsed it. He
Yeah,
like,
I wrote it
a
down,
whole
everything. I'm
speech, close on a
strategical.
piece of paper.
Perfect. Drop a gem on the
All right,
people.
bless.
dude.
I got 2 gems for y'all.
Let's
Two
go.
gems.
Two
Even-
gems. Let's go. So the
Came
first
loaded up.
one, not quoted by me, but really changed my perspective on things. Everybody could do it right now. All you got to do is ask yourself, what extremely stupid things am I doing on a regular basis to absolutely screw up my life? Now, if you ask that question, it's because you want to know the answer, right? Asking it isn't just mouthing the words. It's the willingness to want to know. So if you take a second and you're real with yourself, you'll figure out so fast what you need to do to become the person you want to be and to get where you want to be. And gem number 2 is discipline. Discipline. I can't stress it enough. Everybody talks about motivation versus discipline, but motivation, it comes and goes. It's not consistent. You can't grow. But if you have discipline, you could be successful at anything, right? Mike Tyson said it best. He said, discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it.
Exactly.
So-
I really love what you said right there. Think of it this way, guys. You wake up Monday to Friday, go to work on time. So if you're able to do that, if you have that discipline that you have your 9 to 5 and you're going to get that paycheck, put that same discipline into your career.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What do you think, Tech?
I agree.
I agree. Talia?
I agree too.
So, Mikey, where can we find the music? Where can we listen to all the great stuff?
Perfect.
YouTube, Instagram.
Very simple. You guys want to find me? I try to make it as simple for you guys. On Instagram, it's Mikey, ITSMIKEY. Anywhere streaming platforms, Mikey, just like that. MIKEY. YouTube, Mikey TV, TikTok, all the big stuff. Mikey TV. It's Mikey TV. You search that, you'll find me. And we're making a lot of noise in the city, hopefully in the country. And stay tuned. A lot of big things. Big year for Mikey this year.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you. I think I heard Mikey 30 times.
Gotta get it stuck in the head.
There
Do
you
not
go.
confuse it with the commercial with the ketchup. It's Mikey.
You're definitely the only one. You're definitely the only one.
I'm going to splice it in there at the end. Watch.
You should.
Throw it in, edit it in.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of the Hustle Podcast. Salute.
Welcome, everybody.
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts. I'm Talia.
And I'm XXXtenacion. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle, under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle. Take money, make money, build a future forever. Even in stormy weather, we executing for treasure. The grind is real, you know. Got the willpower, Terrence Howard, hustle and flow. Rain, sleep, or snow. The odds against me for sure. I kick down them doors when they close. A sharp shooter of motivation that leave bullet holes. We're in the zone, get focused, zone. Stay on your toes. Hustle, welcome to the show. If your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Turn nothing into something, cook the product, watch it bubble. This is a show for